Almost ready here. I got the Mardi Gras tunes in the background because Lord knows this weather stinks in the Midwest. So I hope y'all down enjoying Mardi Gras season are doing so right now. Because it's like 12 degrees Fahrenheit outside where I'm at. 12. And then a little breeze. Yeah. Yeah, this is only soda. I wish, right? It ain't happy hour here yet. Hey, pocket way. Hey, pocket way. Alright, we're gonna get ready on these cards here in a minute. Hey, 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 rock away. Hey, pocket way. Oh, guys, I got some Jersey Mike's coupons in the mail. One of them was a buy one, get one free. That's a pretty good deal. You know, for a sandwich. Okay. I don't know that you need to see. Although I am sitting in this chair, as you can see. As you can see, I don't really like standing to do readings. It's not the same as like playing guitar or something, although sometimes if you tune in and you see me playing guitar, I will be sitting down, okay? Which is funny because when you perform, usually you're standing, but when you practice, a lot of times you're sitting. So, you know, practice standing as well, right? Yeah, me and the dogs have cabin fever, so we actually got out. We had a few errands to run today, so it was kind of nice, but it's cold. It's still cold out there. Yeah. Most folks that live in this kind of climate, yeah, we can deal with it, but that don't mean we want to be out in it, right? Like, that ain't happening. Yeah, see, he's like, well, I was out in it with you. Hey, pocket way. Hello in the chat. Alright, this is from the Inner Bleeping Peace deck here. So, this says a toast to no worries. Yeah, that's kind of the whole Mardi Gras type thing. Look at that, Hakuna Moscato. So, yeah, sit down, have a glass of Moscato, especially if it is happy hour near you. I don't know, I really don't know what time it is right now. Okay, yeah, it's still mid-afternoon, so... but you know, if you're a 5 a.m., 6 a.m.er, yeah, it might be getting close for you, right? You're gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna pick up my 6-pack on the way home. Okay. So, Moscato, right? Hakuna Moscato, okay? Exactly. F yeah! Hell yeah, F yeah, right? Dance in the storm. Sometimes we have to dance through the storms of life, even our winter storms. So that's why we maybe dance to some Mardi Gras music. Cheer yourself up a little bit, people. I mean, yeah, I can watch another Dateline, or I can take a break. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hey, I did meditation Monday, reading, and this is what it says. In other words, meditate. So here it says, sit down and shut the heck up, right? Some people don't like saying shut up. They find it rude or inconsiderate, but that doesn't mean you're not going to hear it out in the world. Okay, so just because in your little microcosm, right? It's kind of like the work language, and then sometimes you talk around your coworkers a certain way versus how you would actually talk to your family, stuff like that. Mambo, mambo. Mambo. Here it says, and you will champion your truth like a mofo and rest on the 7th day. The truth will set you free, but first, it might pee you off. The nice way to say instead of piss you off is tick you off, right? Might tick you off, might torque you off a little bit. Getting PO'd, getting TO'd. Yes, like a jelly donut full of peace. Oh my God, they were selling these wonderful looking donuts at the grocery store. I almost bought them just because they look so good, but it's like, it's just me and the dog, so yeah, that I don't need. But if you were taking that into the office, like, those look great, and it was like under $10. You know how some of these donut places, they want like $40, $50 for these, whatever. Anyway, hey man, if you can afford it, fine, but I'm just saying, the grocery store has some good looking ones. You know what I mean? Sometimes a little goes a long way. Like one of my old supervisors, she was the type of person who would do that kind of stuff quite frequently, actually. And it was nice, you know what I mean? I just thought it was just a nice gesture, since she made more money than us, right? And, we're here with her in these meetings and all these things. And she would get us like some coffee or tea from time to time, or bring in some, donuts or some coffee cake, whatever. You know what I mean? It's just a nice gesture, right? We all know this is not a nice gesture, right? For some people, this is not a nice gesture. Some people, this is a nice gesture, right? Remember that was a big deal? Remember it was HW before he puked on the Prime Minister? Oh my God, that guy. Anyway, I think he did that down in Australia, and it was like, you're not supposed to do that. Hello, yes, you are with me on the live today. I'm enjoying some Mardi Gras music. I hope you don't mind, because it is quite dreary outside. And I think this weekend we're supposed to make it up into like the 30s or close to 30 degrees Fahrenheit. So that would be nice. As I was explaining when I was running my errands, because the flap on the outside doggy door broke, and I had to order a new one. So the dogs have not had their freedom to just run outside, so they're kind of on lockdown with me. Oh no, I hope your wrist gets better, right? You must be on lockdown also. Okay, anyway. We're going to do some surprise messages from your crush today, okay? make sure I have this. All right, some of these are a little, yes. Let's see. All asking for you now. Right, okay. These could also be messages from your ghosts. If you've gotten ghosted, maybe you blocked the person or something and it's like, oh, they want to talk to you, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, so that's kind of what this deck is about here. There's some other ones tucked in that are like good vibe messages, so we'll see how it mixes in, right? Does anybody have a favorite Mardi Gras dish out there? I personally am a jambalaya fan. And I will eat a gumbo as well, you know, but definitely jambalaya. And it's so easy to make because you can make, you know, chicken jambalaya, chicken and sausage jambalaya, shrimp and sausage, if you like seafood flavors in there. And usually everybody's got some rice laying around, you know, so, and it doesn't take much. It's kind of like pasta. You like a cup of pasta, a cup of rice. You know, especially if you're not a big rice eater. Some people are like, like I'll eat it, but I don't want a lot of it. Like a cup of rice is enough, I think, for some of that stuff. The park. Maybe somebody's going to the park. Maybe someone's going down to a Mardi Gras park. Wouldn't that be fun, right? See the parades go by. Maybe you're going parking and drinking your Moscato, like on a little picnic, right? Play. So this goes with that dancing in the storm, right? Like, who cares, right? Go outside, let the rain wash over you, right? This is interesting. Okay. All right, the next card is forgive. So this meditative exercise might help you work on forgiveness, letting go of those things that you can't control. There's just certain things you can't control, right? So forgive yourself, forgive everybody else, and go forward and do the best you can, right? This one's saying, let's have a family. So, and that's going with this, and you will champion the truth like a mofo and rest on the seventh day. Yeah. My theory behind church is it gets all the kids and at least one of the spouses out of the house, and then the other spouse gets to be at home in a quiet house for like an hour or so on the seventh day. Because it's fun, but it's fun like Mardi Gras, but it's also a lot of work, a lot of preparation. You got to make all that food. You got to get everybody dressed up. You got to get going. Right? We're not just sitting here playing video games. You know what I mean? So, sorry if that peed you off if you were a gamer. You know what I mean? But just understanding we live in a 3D reality. right? Yeah, you saw this on TV, you saw that on TV, but what's happening right outside your door? You know what I mean? Sometimes part of this stuff is just as scary so you don't go out and live your life, right? So for some people, this is the adventure, right? Okay. All right. And it looks like there's also a teammate that's looking for you to not only find your center, but to maybe share that jelly donut. You know what I mean? See, it's so much easier, isn't it, when somebody can share it with you? Then you don't have to take full responsibility, right? But when you're alone, it's on, the onus is on you, isn't it? So, are you looking for a teammate? This person says they are. Okay. See, this is the messages from your crush part. I think they might be seeing you right now and a little jealous for some reason. Maybe you're doing well. Maybe maybe you do. You have them locked, and it's like, oh well. You know, because like, what were you supposed to do about it? You know, if there was so-and-so or not interested in dating or whatever it is, right? You know, some people like to say, oh, I'm busy with work, I'm busy with this, I'm busy with that, but you know, they didn't miss the fantasy draft selection, right? And they didn't miss the last gossip sesh at the local tavern. And, okay, they made time for things. It just wasn't on your time, was it? So, New Orleans. Okay, this person wants you to meet some of their friends. This may not be your normal crowd of people. So, if you hear some F-bombs, don't be surprised. Alright? Like, don't get your undies in a twist, because we ain't in the second row of church right now. That doesn't mean you have to be a potty mouth too. And guess what? Lent season is coming up. So if you're looking to give up something, maybe give up swearing or cursing or speaking harshly towards your kids, your pets, your spouse, your partner. You know, because you could be like, well, I don't swear at my partner. Yeah, well, maybe you talk to him like that. You know, when you're around, are you like, or are you, you know? People will choose the company that they want to keep, right? And sometimes we're like, yeah, you can smile at me, but that don't mean. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Anyway. But you're not here to worry about all them people. You're here to worry about you and the people around you that want to have a good time and want to be decent human beings. You know what I mean? Human decency. You know, it was so nice today. I went in one of my errands and, you know, nobody asked me when I was purchasing this or that who I voted for. Nobody asked me what side of the fence I was on, this, that. You know what I mean? We just went along and conducted our business as civil adults. And that's what it takes to live in a civil society. So yeah, the truth will set you free, but first it might. Don't forget to rest on the seventh day, right? Okay. So, you know, you might be in business for yourself. You might be like, look, I work every day, blah, blah, blah. Maybe it's not Sunday. Maybe you take off Mondays. Maybe you take off Tuesdays. You gotta work something in there where it's just personal downtime. Otherwise, you're gonna burn yourself out, and that means unhappy grannies, right? You know, put it into perspective. Think about all the good times you already had, right? And let's push those good times out further we go, right? I think we can do that. I think we know how. We train for this, right? Oh, Giacomo Finale. One dog, he's sleeping in his chair. I let him know that he could kind of commandeer that chair, and he's starting to get comfortable with it. You know what I mean? Like he knows it's his spot now. So, but he's so big, he just like barely fits. Anyway, he's very tall. We were dancing a little bit earlier. He likes to dance too, so. All right, guys. Somebody in the chat says, it's funny because 7 had been a number that I've been resonating with lately. Maybe that's your lucky number. Maybe it's, it's funny that you say that because I had a message about angel numbers coming through the other day. Because it's like, sometimes people say, well, I don't get anything out of this. They're just saying the same thing. Maybe it's because that's the truth of what you need to know, right? Just like those repeating numbers. It's like it's a signal letting you know, hey, okay. What do you like to do on your 7th day, right? You like to get down like Mardi Gras? I mean, what do? Do you just sleep in? You watch movies all day? Do you go to the park? Do you play? All them holy rollers out there, they're on the 7th day asking for forgiveness from the Lord. We know. Robert Duvall, ever hear of him? The apostle. Some of y'all need to study up on these movies. Really. For real. That's what family's all about, learning from each other. Alrighty, y'all. I'm going to get out of here today, and hope you have a whale of a great time for the rest of your week. So we made it past hump day. We did. And if you can't raise the temperature outside, maybe you can raise the temperature inside with some Mardi Gras boogies, right? Thumbs up this video if you enjoyed the video today, especially if you were in the chat. Remember, you do not have to be a subscriber in order to like the video. See you next time, right? Manifest wisely in the meantime. Okay, bye-bye.